Hi, this is Kelly. Welcome to Coffee and My Pen. Today I'm going to be planning the week of December 29th in my Makselife Digital Weekly Planner. I'm going to attempt to do this without needing to do any edits, so we'll see how that goes. But I did make the last minute decision to change to the daily planner from the landscape planner. So I don't know why I just decided at the last moment. So maybe I will try that out for a quarter and then see how it goes. So I am just adding in some to-do list here into the weekly overview. So what I'm doing is I'm just aligning that on the bottom line there to kind of keep them evenly spaced, and then I'll move them all up at the same time. But I have been liking the DIY dashboard style planner that I made for myself. So I thought that this would be a kind of a similar effect for me. And we'll just move them up. I don't know why that seems a little off. They seem crooked. So let me just work on that for a second. And while I work on that, um, I'll talk a little bit about my plan for this plan with me. Really for this whole month, I am trying to go minimal stickers, and I do love stickers, but I think right now, at this moment, I need to make the plans the focus. And of course, I will get back into stickering at some point, but right now, I really just need to make sure that I am getting things done to hit the goals that I'm setting for myself. And so what you're going to see is mostly only stickers from the Moxie Life Bold Sticker Book, or stickers that came with the planner itself. And I have organized them down here at the bottom into my sticker collection. You don't have to add them to the collection. You could also just pull them directly out of the files. There are a few different ways that you can do that, but this is my preference, to just have them here all nice and organized for me. And what I'm doing is I'm adding all these stickers at the same time, and that way I can take my lasso tool and grab all of them and resize them at the same time so that I know that they're exactly the same. And now I just pop them into place. I'm still sort of working on my goals for the year, but you should see a video with the January setup and goal planning soon. Whoops, I forgot number 4. But I think what I'm going to do this year is plan quarterly instead of annually. It seems very overwhelming to me right now to try to plan annually, but I think I've been reading the 12-week year. I've done Sarah Cannon's HB90 in the past, and I think that both of those, that it has an appeal to me, that just it seems to work for me. So I'm going to probably be giving that a try. So I'm just putting in a couple of football icons here so that I can remember to watch those games. And I do like to keep track of the moon phases. So I will pop that in as well. Let's see, that is on the 3rd. So what do I have going on this week? I am on call. Oh, I'm also, I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm doing a monochrome color scheme this week. So I'm just using the blue from the health and wellness section of the Moxie Life stickers. So everything blue. And let's see. Just that in there like so. I'm on call today. I go off call tomorrow. And let's see, what else do we have here? I'm going to just duplicate both of these to put down here on Wednesday. What else? Oh, goodness. So with the no editing approach here, you're probably going to see a lot of my mistakes happening, but that's fine because we all make mistakes, especially when we're learning new tools. And the reason I'm not doing editing today is because I am just behind in life right now. And I just want to get this video out and kind of show you how things are in real time when you're not taking your time to record it as a video. I'm actually on my lunch break right now, getting this done. And sometimes that's just what we have to do. Okay, so I had decided that I wanted to start scheduling some time for myself to either play video games or read a physical or Kindle book, just anything that's not an audiobook. Um, so that's what I'm doing here is I'm actually going to schedule that in, if I can spell it correctly, just to, I don't know, schedule some playtime a little bit so everything's not quite so serious all the time. Hey, yes, I think that's pretty much my plan. So I need to add in a few tasks that need to happen. I made some icons for myself. So this is my Ozempic shot that I take for to control my blood sugar. So I need to remember to take that. I actually did forget it this morning, so to take it as soon as I get home. And then on Saturday, I need to change out my um, birth control. Okay. Oh, and one more thing I need to do is I need to weigh in today. I should have done that this morning. I was just a mess this morning, first day back to work after Christmas. I'm sure that you can relate. But goodness, I have put on so much weight over this holiday season, so I need to figure out where we're at so we can start addressing that. What else is happening down here? Oh, let me put in these little cute guys to do some mood tracking. I'm not going to do that today. What I do want to put in is not that, but a habit tracker. Pop this habit tracker right down here, and I want to use it to keep up with my daily medications because that is going to be one of my main goals is to take better care of my health. So we're starting by making myself a little bit more compliant with my medications and supplements that I am required to take. So I'm just going to pop those in there like this. Just adjust the line height a little bit. This would be easier if I could see, but that is blocking me. Let me try. Too big. Okay, close enough. Not perfect, but close enough. And while I'm here, I think I will pop in another post-it in this blank space down here for no other reason than to just not have blank space. Let's go with this one. Okay, I'm going to move these guys so that they just visually line up a little better. And I've been thinking about how I want to do my task list here because in my dashboard layout that I made for myself in previous videos, I had just a running task list and things didn't have to be done on a particular day. But with this layout, anyways, what I was saying is that I don't necessarily need these to be on a particular day, but some of them do. And so I was trying to figure out how I would make sure that those stand out so that I can make sure that I do them on the right day. So I think I'm going to do that by just highlighting those things that have to happen. Um, let's see. Oh, I need to create my budget planner for this year. I've been using YNAB for several years now, and I'm a little hesitant to move that into paper planning or digital paper planning, but I don't want to pay for YNAB anymore, and I think that I'm to a point where I don't need to budget every little thing anymore. I have some problem areas that I need to look at. I don't need to budget every single category, so I think paper would be just fine to do those few problem areas. So things like groceries. So I bought several, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I guess. I bought these talking buttons for my dogs to kind of give them a way to, communicate. But I haven't really been able to use them because since then I've had a puppy in the house. And then when that puppy got a little bit older, we had another puppy. And so we've always had a dog, a puppy in the house that is in the chew everything up phase of its development. I need to make this a little bit smaller, I think. Actually, I really should have just handwritten them, but here we are. So, anyway, I've got a puppy in the house that chews things, and that means that I can't very easily keep these buttons out for them to use. But now I have all my dogs out of that stage, thankfully, and we can start working on those buttons again. So I want to reintroduce the water button to them this month because it just seems like an easy one to get them to understand uh, what the buttons are, what they mean, like how do they interact with them, that kind of thing. Okay, so some of the things that have to be done on certain days, like give my dogs their heart guard, I am going to actually highlight that so that I know that that has to be done on Thursday. And on Friday, I'll pick up our prescriptions. All right, voiceover Kelly popping in here because something happened to the last few minutes of my original audio. So what I'm doing now is just adding in a task on Sunday nights. I picked up one of those pill boxes, those medication boxes. So I wanted to fill that up on Sundays just to make it a little bit easier to remember to take my medications on time if they're already all together. I don't have to open various bottles. So I'm going to highlight that because that needs to be done on Sunday. Also want to add an item in here. I want to add, I have a auto savings transfer from my checkings to savings every pay period. And I just want to add $100 to each of those auto transfers. So that'll be a total of 200 additional dollars per month going straight into the savings account. I think I've cut back on enough other expenses that that should be doable. And so that is probably going to be one of my financial, somehow tied into one of my financial goals for the quarter, once I decide what those actual goals are going to be. And finally, I'm just going to use the rectangle shape tool just to make a little blue washy strip across the top, just to balance out some of the white space and color a little bit. And I think now that I'm looking at this and editing, that maybe recording in portrait mode isn't great. So let me know in the comments if you're having a hard time seeing or reading, and we'll make some adjustments to that next time. But thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I'll see you in the next one where I set up my quarterly goals in January for 2026. Bye.